Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. Today I am painting a beach scene. I will throw it up here so you can see what it looks like, and I'm going to try and do a really simple, quick painting. Not adverse to using some gouache or some pencil, but let's get going. So I'm going to try and not talk a whole lot, but a little bit. I am using cobalt blue and ultramarine blue mixed together, and I am using some Payne's gray, or Jane's gray actually, for the shadows of the clouds. Now I want this a little cheated, a little more than a third up is my goal, because there's more going on at the bottom, and I want to make sure I can get it in there. Well, I can't even see that. Well, am I even close? That's not right. A little uphill. That's pretty good. Close enough. All right, let's get started. I am going to lightly dampen my sky. I am working on an Arches block 8x10. I'm also going to use some navy. It's a Holbein color. In my mix here. And I'm going to use some tissues too. Okay, let's do some softening of edges. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done. I did want to make sure I got my horizon. Okay, while that is drying, I'm going to get my greeny turquoise here. It's a combination of a lot of different colors. I was used the cobalt and the ultramarine and added some sap green to it. And I think I added a little indigo. To it. See how that's a gap over there too. I kind of there. Okay, I think I really want to work from top to bottom, so I kind of want this to dry and move on to the next step rather than work on the bottom and then go back to it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a hairdryer. I will mute you guys. It's mainly this part that I wanted to make sure was dry enough that it doesn't have a problem. Let's see how I can get a good enough mark with this. There's always this dark line at the horizon. On Lake Huron, I swear, every time. Now, I don't necessarily want it to blend a lot, but I don't really want a harsh line either. So I'm going to come in with some clean water or relatively clean water and drop it in my clouds and just blend it a little bit so that it's not a real harsh line. Okay. And then, honestly, I think I'm going to go ahead and use that. Let's see if we can get some dry brush. I could use some cobalt teal, but there's no teal in the sky. And I find that can be harsh. And then as it gets closer to shore, it gets this very light seafoamy kind of green color. So I've got the same mixture. I've added some yellow ochre. I've added some undersea green a little bit. Added a little brown. And then it goes into a purpley kind of color at the sand. That I have my sand mixture that is Queen Rose, a little Indian red, a little brown, burnt umber, and I've added some imperial purple to it. A little blue. I like a little blue in there. I have my sand color, that aforementioned. Now, this Arches paper is lovely, but it is not bright white by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm probably going to add some white to it in order to get my waves. Trying to keep this as simple as possible so you can do a really simple beach scene without too much aggravation. You don't have to get that complicated with the sky. That just happened to be what this reference photo was like, and so I went with it. But by all means, you don't have to do that. Now I just have a little white gouache. I'm going to start with that. Really big surf area along the edge here. Little dry brush. Add some sparkle. With this paper, I could leave all the white in the world and it still wasn't going to be white. Now you could put masking fluid down and save your white that way, but again, I say this paper is not bright white. If your paper is bright white, then you might not need this. But I want that really intense kind of feeling on the beach, and it just wasn't doing it because it just isn't, the paper just isn't white. Now maybe that was my problem and I should just pick paper that is bright white. Some reflections in the purple. Okay, I think I'm going to use a little pencil to make it pop a little more. I have a Holbein colored pencil. It is a soft white. It has a really nice color and softness. I think the paper's a little wet for it. I think I need to let it dry a little bit. Before I do that, though, I'm going to add a little darker green. And shadow some of this. Don't want to get really carried away. But the white of the spray in the wave shows up a lot better when you have a little dark. All right, I'm going to dry it. Now I'll use a little bit of the pencil, I hope. Really get a foam kind of look with the pencil. So there, I think I'm going to call it done. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It can be as complicated as you want it to be and as simple as you want it to be. You don't need to do all the clouds like that. You don't need to do that much wave action. Maybe your paper works better for the whites and you can just do them that way. But I think that's good for me. So I'm going to peel the tape off. Hope you got something out of this. If you did, I would really appreciate a like. And if you would like to subscribe to get more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of future videos, hit the cute little bell. And that would be fantastic. I think I'm going to do one more thing before I call it quits. And do a little spattering of my white gouache. So let's find if I rest it on something, I have a little better control over where all it goes. Of course, I say that, and now I'm not going to get it to work. There we go. Yeah. Now, whoops. I don't want all those spots in my clouds. A little bit doesn't matter, but yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so as I was saying, if you like this video, it'd be great if you hit the like button and the subscribe button, and if you want to see more, hit the little bell. And if you'd like to help me keep making these videos, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link's in the description. And if you would like to, check out my Etsy shop where I have prints of my artwork and cute little monsters and some other fun stuff for sale. So until next time, thanks for watching.